Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. We're going to be testing out, I got some Sydney Grace palettes. They were doing a Christmas in July sale, so I bought this and a liquid like metal, and then I got this palette for free, so I'll show you the stuff that I got from her. I've been wanting to try it. This isn't going to be a first impression. I did use this palette once. The footage got corrupted, but I really liked how the eye look turned out, so we're going to film it again. I'm going to take this eye makeup off. We're going to use it with this. I'll talk a little bit more about the palettes. I'll swatch some of the shades. I'll swatch some out of here because I didn't do that before. I'll show you the liquid metal. I'll link her website down below and all that good stuff. So if that sounds interesting, we're going to jump into it. Make sure you're subscribed. And yeah, when you see me, I'll have this eye makeup off. So I took my eye makeup off. I tried to fix my face and redo my highlighter, so hopefully my face makeup doesn't look terribly wonky. So let's talk about the products that I got from Sydney Grace. This one I got for free. I think it was if you spent $55, you got this palette, which is the Chasing Your Dreams. This stuff's like, these two are currently sold out, but hopefully by the time this video goes up, they won't be. So I will link her website down below. So this is a $34 palette, so I got this for free. So I bought the Enduring Love palette. This is the deep one. She has a lighter version, which has, most of the shades are the same. The ones that she has changed out are like these ones, possibly these. A lot of these colors over here are the same in both. Now getting the deep one, I obviously don't have a really good brow bone highlight, so for that I'm going to use my little like Smoking Balm palette. This is what I always use if I don't have a brow bone highlight. That's the shade Smoking. So I was really happy with how the look turned out. I went to edit it and the footage of me using the palette was gone, like doing my base and everything was there, but the palette footage was gone. So we're just doing the palettes in this video. So I'm going to do a really natural look with this, but let's swatch a few of these, like John, Devotion, and then Deanna are what I'm going to use on my eyes. So look at those, like those are gorgeous. I will say Devotion is very flaky. I did have some fallout the first time, but like you can see some texture sitting there, but it's so pretty. So that, you know, I can overlook it. And then I didn't swatch anything out of this. Like the packaging is so pretty. So let's look at Aspire. The Dream. And then the Drive is this really like vibrant purple. Like this to me looks like a fall palette. You've got some darker like purples. The gold seems a little bit on the flakier side, but there's those. Like so pretty. She has a really good formula. I found Sydney Grace, Jen Loves Reviews. I'm going to have to go get a wipe, but Jen Loves Reviews talked about Sydney Grace. Like she loves her shadows. She has the light version and there are pictures online. So if you want to see it more closely, I ended up getting the deep one because some of the light shades looked really light for me and I like a little bit more of a vibrant eye, so I went with the deep one. I'm glad I did. And then the other thing that I got, this is Vibrant Madness. It's a metallic like liquid shadow. It's really pretty. I got a cool tone gold because I don't have many in my collection. But there it is right there. Like, look at that. Like, that is amazing. So I got those things. So yeah, let me go clean up my hand and then we'll get into the eyeliner. So let's prime my lid. I didn't really need a glitter glue. I may use a little bit this time. We'll see. I didn't really need it when I used it before, but I'm just going to use my MAC paint pot. The makeup I had on at the beginning of the video was the Pat McGrath, the Divine Rose too. I just got done trying that palette out, and I would say it's not a bad palette, but if you were going to spend the money, because this was a $50 palette, I would just get the Sydney Grace one. I honestly foresee myself, I don't know if I'm going to use this one as much, just because of it's like a very like distinct color scheme that, like, for me, like I said, is more of a fall-ish type, very purple, whereas the Enduring Love is a more like everyday palette. So I really see myself using this one a lot, so hopefully I do. And then I don't know if I'm really going to use the metallic. I got that just so that I could get this free. I had to add on something. But this, I think, is a good deal. Like I said, it's pretty. You don't get a ton of mattes in it. I think there's 3, but the shimmers are really, really nice. So let me know if you want to see a separate video with this one, and we can test that out. Because this is the only time that I swatched it. I didn't swatch it before, so have barely touched it, but... And then the other thing we're going to test out is I got these magnetic lashes on Amazon with the liner. So we're going to try those too in this video. So under the brow bone, let me see if I can get a brush. We're going to use Smoking from the Balm palette. I have a little bit left under, but we're going to make sure... Like, this is the kind of color that I like. And I think maybe if I had gotten the light one, there probably would be a brow bone. But I knew I was sacrificing that to have some of those, like, transition shades be a little bit darker. So I was willing to forgo having a brow bone highlight just because this palette is so small. Like, if I wanted to travel with this, I would just throw that in there too, and it's not a big deal. So first, we're going to go in with Juliet, which is this shade right here. I'm going to use Juliet and Darcy, and then a little bit of Robert, which is this dark brown. And then on the lid, we're going to use John, Devotion, and we're going to use Deanna, which is the blue under the lid. It takes a long time, like, holding the palette up back and forth. So Juliet is like the Dusty Rose shade, and I'm just using a fluffy little Luxie brush. I like the shape of this one because it's fluffy, but it's smaller than their regular blending brush. What is this? A tapered blending. This is the 229. I think I got this in an Allure box. Like, it's just the perfect size because my eyes are kind of small, but it's fluffy enough that it blends. I'm just gonna put this in the crease. This is not going to be a super complicated eye. Like, it didn't take me very long to do this at all. But I was really impressed with the shadow quality. Like, this is a very, like, a beginner friendly palette. Very, very easy to blend. Doesn't take a lot of time. And then Darcy is a little bit deeper rose shade. These all have names, so these are probably like actual people in her family, probably, or things that are important to her, because a few of the shades are like Passion and Cherish. So I don't know much about her personally. It's an independent company. I found her through Jen Love's reviews. I don't know if I mentioned that. She's kind of raved about her. And I've been wanting to try her stuff for a while. So when I heard she was doing the Christmas in July, I just happened to be on there like the first day it started by chance. And so she was doing, it was a week and every day was a different sale. So the first day was you spent $55, you got the free Chase Your Dreams palette, which I thought was a good deal. So I added the liquid shadow and I picked kind of a cool tone gold because I don't have many. Thought that would be a good addition, and the formula seems to be really good. I don't use a lot of liquid shadow, but I figured something like that, because it is in a squeezy tube, if I don't end up using it, I can give it away because I'm not actually touching the product inside. So I could definitely pass that on if I need to. And we're gonna put a little bit of Darcy on the outer corner because I did not do that yet. And again, this is not a complicated look. Really, really easy, like everyday, kind of effortless. The shadows just kind of blend into themselves. I just went back into Juliet a little bit just to kind of blend out those edges a little bit, kind of bring it up into the brow bone shade. I'm going to use a little bit of Abigail. Was it Abigail or Cherish? Maybe a little bit of, no, we'll stay with Juliet. I think I used some of the other shade on the bottom. One of the taupey gray colors I think I mixed with the blue. So it just really, really nice palette. So we're going to go in with Robert, which is the brown. There is a black in this palette, but I wanted to keep this a little more on the natural side. I didn't want anything too crazy or dramatic. So I haven't tried her black, but I'm assuming it's a pretty good black because the rest of her shadows are good. Just make sure that that is blended, and I have my little color switch. So I've been using the same brush, just kind of going in between. Okay. So let's do the lower lash line, and then I'll do the shimmer on the lid. So for the lower lash, we're going to use, no, maybe I won't. Let me rethink that. So I have the NYX glitter primer out, but I'm going to show you just on a bare lid. So I'm going in with John, which is the Cool Tone Gold in here. And then we're going to put a little bit of Devotion on the edge of that. But it's so pigmented, and it just, granted I do have eye primer on, but it just sticks. I was gonna put a little bit of the NYX glitter glue down, but I don't think it's necessary at all with this. There is a little bit of fallout with the shimmers. I can see it a little bit on my face. It is a flakier shimmer formula, so again, you are gonna have a little bit of fallout, but it's not bad at all. And I'm just gonna take that flat brush, kind of clean that up, and then we're gonna go in. Devotion's flakier than John is, and Devotion's gonna go right on the outer. It's a little pinkier in tone right on the edge there where the gold meets the pink. Kind of help blend that edge a little bit. Okay. And then I just took John down into the tear duct and dragged that down a little bit. So that was all I did for that. So let me wipe some of this up. Like I said, there is a little bit of fallout with the shimmer, but it's not, it wiped away, it didn't stick. So now we're gonna go in with Deanna, which is the blue. Just for a pop of color. We stayed pretty neutral, and this is a shimmer, but it's more, it's not as metallic. It's not a metallic shimmer like the gold. It's just pretty. Like Deanna and Ruth, like those are shades, Deanna and Ruth are, and even this like taupey one, those are probably ones that I will use on the lower lash line or as like the sandwich colors, just because they're not as metallic. I like more of a metallic. And then I'm going to take Albert, which is that taupey gray, just underneath the blue, just to kind of help so it's not like such a stark line. But let me do like regular liner and mascara, and then we'll try and put the falsies on. I just put the black like liner on. I didn't do a wing. I think it's the Alamasca liner. I have my little eyelash tool. I haven't like opened this, so let's see. Oh, you get one in here. That's cool. You get 2 things of liner, so I'm going to put mine back. I actually got this at the Dollar Tree. If anybody's interested, it's really good. Okay, you do get one in here. This I got on Amazon. It's the Magnetic Eyelashes and Eyeliner Kit. So we're going to try this. I put some black liner down because I didn't know if it needed to have something underneath or not, so I just kind of let that dry. I did curl my lashes a little bit and then just put some mascara on. That will help with the blend. So here's the tube. There's no name on it or anything. Are there instructions on the back? There is. Please shake the eyeliner before use. Apply 2 layers of eyeliner at least and let it dry. Lay lash on your eyeliner. Magnet will attach. Adjust the position accordingly. How to remove. Take your index finger and thumb and gently slide the magnetic lash away out of your eyeliner. Try to avoid pulling the lash straight off as they may alter the shape and look. Okay, so we're gonna do 2 layers. I think it's just a little like thin brush. It is. Okay. I have a hard time putting on lashes sometimes, so. And some of the magnetic kits are really expensive, and I'm probably that little hair that's sticking up. I'll just clip that off later. So let's do 2 layers on both sides here. So there's 1. Okay, so let's let that dry first. I don't know how long it takes to dry. Let's see, I dipped back in. Let's do the second layer. Probably be easier to put this on and then curl your lashes, just for future reference. I will do that from now on, just because I think I'm getting it on my eyelashes, so hopefully it doesn't try and stick like to my lash. But there's 2 layers, and you do get 2 tubes of it, and then a whole like bunch of these. And like I said, I think it's neat that they, and this feels like the one I already have. So you can see, and these aren't glued down to the magnet real well, but they're probably just stuck on with like eyelash glue. Or is that the adhesive strip? Maybe, I don't know. Oh, maybe that's not supposed to go on there at all. Yeah, there's little magnets on there. Okay, so that piece, I'm not really sure what its purpose is. Okay. Oh, it does cling because it just tried to stick to the metal tool. I didn't check to see if these were the right size. That actually went on really easy. Like super easy. Oh, that might be like an adhesive, like a magnet, I think, like a sticker magnet, so that they stick to the package. That's what I think that is. They're obviously not subtle, but those did go on, like they just kind of stuck on real easy. So again, like you can see there's little magnets in there. They're not obvious, like I said, they're not natural looking like some of the big magnetic lash brand. You can probably get some more like subtle ones, but they do stick. I mean, you saw I just whipped those on. They are maybe a hair big for my eye. Trying to get it on the liner because they are a little bit big. Let's do the inner corner first here and then we'll go down. Ooh. This side I'm having some trouble getting it onto the liner. This side's being a little more difficult, so I'm gonna try and get this to stick, and then we'll come back and I'll do final thoughts with. I did get this on. I think it keeps wanting to lift up on the outer corner, so I think I'm probably, like, I probably just need to do another layer of the liner, but it's stuck pretty good on this side, so they do work, and they were a lot easier. Yeah, like this side just seems to keep wanting to lift, so I probably just need to do some more liner, but it did work on this side. Like, it stuck really well. So let's talk about the palette. Like, this side's gonna keep wanting to come off. Okay, I really like Sydney Grace shadows so far. I'm really impressed with this palette. I see myself using this a lot. Like, this is a really good, like, everyday easy palette to use. So I think I'm going to move some stuff around up here and put this on top, and then this purple one will go in the drawer somewhere. But yeah, let me know what you guys thought. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you are subscribed. I did conclude the video, but I wanted to pop on really quick. These were the 4th pair down. These are a little more natural. Like, I noticed that these are a little bit different styles, and this 4th pair were probably, but I just did another layer of this stuff, and here we are. Like, they stick on really easy. So this is what the box looked like. I just searched like eyelashes and these came up, I think. So you get 5 pairs, you get 2 things of liner and the tulle. You just have to be careful because I almost pulled the magnet off of the inside on this one, taking them off. These little strips that I was like, what are those for? Those are just magnets so that they stick inside the container. So yeah, you just want to be careful that you don't pull the little magnets off of the lashes, but they stuck on really easy. So yeah, make sure you subscribe before you leave. And I just wanted to give you that final follow-up.